Well, right now, some employers are experiencing a new and unfortunate trend called ghosting. And what that means is more candidates are blowing off interviews. Some don't even bother to show up for their first day of work. Here to tell us about ghosting and how it can come back to haunt you, Robin Atkin. She's the regional vice president for this staffing firm. Robert Half, thanks for joining us.
Happy to be here.
We're talking about ghosting, and it's not just in the dating world anymore.
No, it isn't. Oftentimes candidates aren't showing up for interviews that they've scheduled, or they're at offer stage and they're just disappearing. And companies are doing the same thing.
It's unreal. So ghosting, I think we all heard about that when it came to dating, and you just go off the grid. You don't reply to emails, texts, anything. And like you said, just not even showing up for an interview. Why is this happening more and more?
Part of it is the shortage of candidates in the marketplace. So the labor market is so much tighter now than ever before, and candidates have options. And sometimes it's inexperience. So either a candidate or a company aren't familiar with turning down an offer or telling someone you're not interested.
And it makes them feel anxious or nervous.
Absolutely.
They don't want to let anyone down, so it's better to just avoid it altogether. But there are negative consequences to this.
Absolutely. So it can tarnish your reputation,
course.
whether it's a company or your own personal reputation. It also can burn a bridge to where if you ghost a company, you might want to interview with them again in the future.
Yeah.
And now you can't.
All right, so what are some things that we can do instead of just going off the grid?
Yes. Stay clear communication on what should happen, as well as stay in touch. So if somebody hasn't responded to you, reach back out to them. Send them a well-crafted email, let them know you're still interested, and see if you can re-engage them.
And for employers, if you're anxious about maybe them coming back at you with a different offer or them being angry about this, what's the best way to handle that actual conversation? Hey, I found something else.
Yes, it's just being honest and transparent, and let them know you appreciate the time and you are interested in something different.
It says, it could impact hiring at partner companies. Everyone knows everyone, right? It could start bad habits of ghosting. You learn, and as you get more jobs and you turn things down, right? And you get better at those situations. Yes. And if you never handle them, when you get to a certain spot,
you'll do it over and over and over again.
You could get into a real pinch. So pretty much don't get into situations where you probably aren't going to take the job anyway. That's probably a first tip, right?
Sure. Absolutely.
You don't want to get yourself into that bad situation. Thank you so much for joining us. Lots of good tips.
Appreciate it.
Just don't ghost people. Pick up the phone.